The intensity is rising at the training ground as the Blaugranes are back in action, celebrating Tech's birthday while sharpening their focus for the midweek showdown against Celta de Vigo. We are tracking a major shift in the race for the Zamora Trophy, as Joan Garcia continues to dominate with an incredible goals conceded ratio. Meanwhile, the future of Marcus Rashford remains the talk of the town, with Michael Carrick refusing to rule out a potential return to Manchester United. Plus, we are keeping a close watch on the medical room, where Fermín and Bernal are fighting to regain full fitness before the whistle blows.
Never run out of battery again with the INIU portable charger, the slimmest 10,000 mAh power bank that keeps your devices charged on the go. Stay powered up wherever you go. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
The hunt for the league title reaches a boiling point this week. FC Barcelona is currently sitting on a massive 9-point lead, and they are ready to extend that advantage against Celta de Vigo. With only 7 matches remaining in the season, every single point is critical for the title charge. We have your complete guide on how to tune in for this massive fixture, whether you are watching from North America, Europe, or across the globe. Stay locked in to our official match center for live stadium updates and post-match reactions. A true legend has spoken out, and the football world is buzzing. Neymar is officially backing Lamine Yamal, calling him one of the greatest teenage sensations in the history of the sport. The Brazilian icon went as far as to suggest that Yamal has the potential to secure a future Ballon d'Or after witnessing his unreal talent on the pitch. This heartwarming mutual admiration between the two stars highlights the bright future ahead for the young phenom, and we are breaking down why Neymar believes this kid is truly special. The transfer rumor mill is moving at full speed, and the latest reports out of Italy are massive. Alessandro Bastoni has reportedly made his intentions clear, expressing a strong desire to join Barcelona next season to pursue his sporting ambitions at the highest level. Inter Milan remains the current home for the star defender, but the prospect of a move to the Catalan giants is heating up as the club weighs a potential €70 million transfer bid. If you want to stay ahead of every development, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell for all the latest updates. Ever wonder what a birthday celebration looks like at the training ground of one of the world's biggest clubs? Today, the mood at FC Barcelona is surprisingly light despite the pressure, as the squad returned to training following a brief breather. The team took a moment to celebrate Tech's birthday before diving straight back into prep for their crucial midweek La Liga clash against Celta de Vigo. But it isn't just cake and confetti behind the scenes. There is a quiet buzz building around goalkeeper Joan Garcia. He is currently eyeing the prestigious Zamora Trophy. While he is still shy of the official match minimum, his goals conceded per game ratio is nothing short of elite. If he keeps this pace, he is going to make the voters' jobs very difficult. Speaking of shifting landscapes, Marcus Rashford's future is suddenly the talk of the town. Michael Carrick has openly refused to rule out a potential return to Manchester United for the England international, leaving us to wonder if his time in Catalonia is already approaching an unexpected crossroads. Meanwhile, the medical team is working overtime. Fermín is currently sidelined in the gym after taking a nasty knock from Juan Musso, leaving his status for the Celta matchup in the air. On a brighter note, Marc Bernal is nearing a return from his ankle sprain and looks set to be available for selection. Looking toward the summer, keep an eye on Rooney Bardghji. The young Swedish talent is clearly ready for regular minutes, and with Juventus, Monaco, and Porto all circling, a loan move seems like the most logical path for his development. And finally, if you were hoping for a quick deal on Julian Alvarez, think again. Atletico Madrid is holding firm on their valuation, making it clear they have zero interest in swapping him for the likes of Casado or Ferran Torres. The market is getting crowded, and the stakes are getting higher. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that subscribe button to keep up with all things Barca. In a game defined by constant change, who do you think is the most important piece of the puzzle for the next season? We are officially in the home stretch, and the finish line for the La Liga title is finally coming into view. With just 7 games left on the calendar and a commanding 9-point lead, FC Barcelona is looking to close the book on this championship race. But first, they have to navigate a tricky midweek test against Celta. This isn't just another game. It is a vital step toward glory. If you are wondering how you can tune in from wherever you are in the world, we have you covered. The action kicks off at 9:30 p.m. local time, but depending on your time zone, that could mean anything from an early morning cup of coffee to a late-night football fever dream. Whether you are catching the match in New York, London, or Tokyo, check the official broadcast listings for TSN, ESPN, DAZN, or your local sports networks to ensure you don't miss a single second. And if you cannot be in front of a TV, our official match center is the place to be. Think of it as your digital companion, providing live build-up straight from the stadium and instant post-match reactions that you won't find anywhere else. Don't forget to follow our social channels in your native language for real-time updates and exclusive behind-the-scenes content. Before you settle in, a quick pro tip: always double-check your local listings, as broadcast rights can shift unexpectedly. So grab your jersey, set your alarms, and let's push toward that trophy together. Which player do you think will be the difference maker in this clash? Drop your predictions in the comments below, and remember, history isn't written in the past, it is earned in the next 90 minutes. When a living legend like Neymar calls you out as the next big thing, you listen. But what happens when that legend is your childhood idol and the future of football itself? We are witnessing a passing of the torch that feels more like a cinematic moment than a sports headline. Neymar recently dropped some massive praise on Barcelona's teenage sensation, Lamine Yamal, and honestly, the hype is reaching a fever pitch. After watching Yamal pour his heart out during a heartbreaking Champions League exit, Neymar didn't just offer condolences, he offered a prophecy. He called Yamal one of the greatest teenage sensations the sport has ever produced, putting him in the same conversation as himself and Messi. Think about that for a second. A kid who isn't even 20 yet is already being bracketed with absolute icons. Neymar went as far as to say that Yamal's time is coming, suggesting that he could even be looking at a Ballon d'Or in his future. It is a stunning endorsement, but it is also a two-way street of mutual respect. You see, Yamal has been vocal about his own obsession with the Brazilian maestro, calling Neymar the player who defined his childhood and the reason he fell in love with the game. It is a beautiful full-circle moment where the inspiration meets the protege. While the world debates the pressure of the spotlight, these two are busy sharing a bond that transcends rivalries and generations. It makes you wonder, if the greats are already bowing down to his talent, what kind of history is this kid actually going to write? If you are as excited as we are to see Lamine Yamal's meteoric rise, smash that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the stories defining modern football. The game is changing, and the kids are definitely all right. Could one of Serie A's finest defenders be packing his bags for Catalonia? If the latest reports from Italy are to be believed, Inter Milan's Alessandro Bastoni has his heart set on a move to Barcelona. This isn't just another baseless transfer rumor. Reports suggest the Italian star has already made his intentions clear to those in his inner circle. But before Inter fans start panicking, let's break down why this is happening and why it's not as chaotic as it sounds. First off, this isn't a case of a player fleeing a sinking ship. Bastoni absolutely loves Inter. He's incredibly proud of his time at the San Siro, he's bonded with the squad, and he has a deep connection with the supporters. If this move falls through, he's not going to throw a tantrum or force his way out. In fact, if the money were his only motivation, he would have jumped ship to Saudi Arabia last summer when the big checks were being waved around. This is purely about sporting ambition. He looks at Barcelona's project, their vision for both domestic and European glory, and sees it as the natural next step to cement his status as an elite defender. It's a fascinating, nuanced situation. We're looking at a world-class player who is happy where he is, but willing to embrace a new challenge if the opportunity arises. He's not burning bridges, he's just looking toward the horizon. Of course, the reality of the transfer market is a different beast entirely. Barcelona would need to scrape together about 70 million euros, and while they might try to sweeten the deal with players like Hector Fort, Inter is unlikely to settle for anything less than fair value. So what's next? Bastoni will continue giving his absolute all for the Nerazzurri, likely aiming to add more silverware to his cabinet before even considering a departure. It's a delicate balance of loyalty and ambition that we rarely see in modern football. I'd love to know what you think. Would you sell him for the right price, or is he simply irreplaceable? Hit that like button if you want more deep dives into these transfer sagas, and subscribe so you don't miss our next update. Sometimes, the hardest decisions in football aren't about leaving a club you love, but about finding the courage to test yourself on the biggest stage of all.